I'm sitting here watching a video about a guy that got stabbed in a bodega because his girlfriend's food stamp card wasn't working. And she got all mad, irate, started screaming and hollering at the cashier. Said, I'm calling my boyfriend to come down here and F you up. She didn't say I'm calling him to come down here and straighten this out with the food stamps or anything like that. He has the pen, nothing. She said, I'm calling him down here to come F you up. The boyfriend gets down there. Oh, and she tells the boyfriend that the man snatched chips out of the baby's hand, that the little girl that she had with her, and that he was being all irate and disrespectful to not just the baby mother, but to also the child. So the boyfriend comes down there going crazy, comes behind the counter. He wants smoke with the clerk. Clerk is like, I don't want no problems with you. The food stamp card not working. Pulls out a knife. Well, before he pulls out the knife, the boyfriend pushed him down. He fell, and all that behind the counter. Mind you, the cash register is back there. Everything, money all over the place. So the clerk pulls out a knife and stabs the boyfriend, killing him. He calls 911 on himself, says, I stabbed somebody in my store, blah, blah, blah. Now he goes to jail. But here comes the baby mother crying, and she's upset, and they were attacked. She's accusing people of being racist, that he got stabbed over $3. That guy needs to go to jail. The chips was only $3. How come he didn't just let her take the chips? And if the food stamps card didn't work, he made such a big deal about it. And I'm looking at it like this. Yeah, the man stabbed him out of self-defense. I don't think New York even has self-defense. This happened in New York. I don't know. But either way, yeah, he's going to go, to jail. He's going to be put on trial for his murder. But so should you, baby mother. So should she. Because you called that man down there knowing you had no money on your food stamp card. Let's be real. You know you ain't had no money on your food stamp card. You trying to make a big deal out of a bag of chips. Like, oh, it's just chips. Let my baby get the chips. When he said, no, your food stamp card not working. It keeps declining. You need to figure something out. You holding the line up talking about, well, I'm going to call the number and let you hear that I have money on it. If I was the clerk, I wouldn't want to hear that neither. The clerk said, don't make no phone calls for me. How about you step aside, put the chips back, and next, okay, mind you, when she called the guy down there, the boyfriend down there, she didn't say nothing about, oh, the food stamp card not working. She said, I'm calling him down there to come F you up. So I feel like you did too much over a $3 bag of chips. You did too much. And now you sat there and you let your baby watch her father get stabbed to death over a bag of chips. And now here you come, want to be a victim and all this other mess. I'm sorry. And now she's trying to say, oh, black power this, black people need to stick together, that. We always need to stick together. But what you did was not black people sticking together. You don't call your baby father down there to come have a problem with somebody over a bag of chips. You don't conduct yourself that way in public in front of your children. And you don't put your family in harm's way, which is what you did. That man's death is just as much on his baby mother's hands as it is on the man that stabbed him. And I'm just want to say to any man that I love, my nephews, okay, cousins, uncles, friends, any man in my life that I have, because I only have a daughter. I don't have no sons. But I have nephews that I love like sons. And I'm telling you right now, don't let these women, okay, yeah, I do girl power and all that stuff too. But don't let these women out here with these Jezebel spirits, these narcissistic women, come out here and get y'all caught up in some mess. Because it's your family that's going to be crying and missing you. It's your family that's going to be the ones that have to go down there and get you out of some trouble if hopefully you still here. Okay, you got these women out here want to show off and say, I'm going to come call my man over a bag of chips. Girl, stop it. If you want to make a phone call to food stamps, you go ahead out there and you do that outside. And if you can't afford the chips, then you go home and you cook whatever you got at the house. Or you go to somebody else's house and ask them, can you get some food for your baby? You don't get your boyfriend stabbed. That's literally what she did. I'm sorry. All I'm trying to say is it's not necessarily just being a man saying, oh, I'm always going to go defend my woman's honor. Sometimes your woman ain't got no honor to defend, sir. You understand? And sometimes you need to figure out what the situation is going on because you're going to be the one laying on the floor. Because that's what he was laying at, face down on that bodega floor while his baby and his baby mother was looking at him over, like she said, a bag of chips. He came down there defending what he thought was his daughter being assaulted and his baby mother being disrespected. She called him down there for the chips. She knew what she was doing. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. She needs to be held accountable for that. She needs to be held just as responsible as the man that stabbed her. She caused that whole problem. That whole problem. The store clerk didn't want no smoke with her. The baby father was home minding his business. The baby probably didn't want no chips. Let's be honest. You know how kids is. If they get the chips, they get it. If they don't, they don't. She did all of that for what? For what? Now she gonna be the victim, the poor widowed baby mother, and everybody feels sorry for me and help me raise my kid. Girl, you the one killed your baby father. So all I'm saying is all these men out here, even the men I care about, and even the ones I don't know, just be careful. Be careful. All right, you know your woman. You know who you sleeping next to. And if you don't know who you sleeping next to, then you need to know. If somebody call you on some mess, talking about come down to this store because he disrespecting me, baby, bring your behind home. I'm going to come down there and get you and take you home. And then figure out what happened. Because all this stuff, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. That baby had to be about 4 or 5 years old. Now she got to tell people what? My daddy not here because of why? Crazy. Crazy. We got to use our brains. Black people sticking together and all that is a beautiful thing and what we need to do. But we need to use our brains as well. Okay, all this stuff out here, especially that thing that happened at the bodega, crazy. That's crazy. All right.